Luethje. I'm the executive chef at Red Mountain Resort in St. George, Utah. And today we're going to talk about cooking tomatillos for salsa. Now, tomatillos can be a little bit intimidating because most people are not familiar with them unless you're in the Southwest. So we're going to start with a whole tomatillo. And this, once we get it peeled, looks like a green tomato, but it's actually a giant gooseberry. So it grows with a husk on it. You want to peel this husk right off. Pull that off, and what you're left with is something that looks a lot like a green tomato until you open it up, and then you realize that it's filled with all kinds of tiny little seeds. So what this means is that as you cook this, it's going to dissolve and become a really beautiful, thick sauce. So the husk you can hold on to for garnish or just discard it. You don't need it. Once you've got it hulled, you want to go ahead and rinse it under cold water. It's a little bit sticky. And then the next step is to go ahead and take the core out of the tomatillo and then cut it. I like to cut them into quarters unless they're really big, and then I might cut them a little bit further. And so now we're going to make a salsa out of this. I call this a Salsa Verde, and this is a really easy thing to do. So we're going to start by preheating a sauce pot. We're going to add in a little bit of olive oil or canola, doesn't matter which. So in goes 3/4 of a cup of yellow onion. We're going to add in some poblano chili. Now don't be afraid of the chili. This is what we refer to as a starter chili. So in terms of heat, somewhere between a green bell pepper and a jalapeno. Lots of great chili flavor, none of the burn afterwards. We're also going to add in some canned green chilies. You can find this at just about any grocery store out there. Strips or diced is fine, it doesn't matter. We're going to puree this up when it's done. This is where a little bit of the heat comes in. We're going to add in 1 serrano chili. Now this is a little bit hotter than a jalapeno, so if you don't like heat, leave this one out. I'm going to go ahead and just cut this chili in half, being careful not to touch the inside of the chili. This goes into the pot like so. We're going to add in our tomatillos that are already chopped up. This is 2 cups. We're going to add in a couple teaspoons of freshly chopped garlic. That goes right in there. So we let all of this sizzle for a couple of minutes until it starts to really smell like garlic and chilies. We're going to add in our vegetable stock. This is 1 cup. Now you can also add chicken stock, or you can even just add water if you like. And then the last thing we're going to add in is a little bit of fresh cilantro. Make sure you rinse this. It tends to be pretty muddy if you don't. And you don't have to spend a lot of time chopping it up. Just a quick rinse. We mix all this together. And we're going to allow this to simmer for about 20 minutes or until the tomatillos start to dissolve. Then we're going to pull it off the heat. We're going to transfer it over to our food processor, blend it all up, and then we have our finished product. And that's how you make a tomatillo salsa.